Hi everybody, welcome back. This is Simon Ward from TheTriathlonCoach.com. Today I'm in the gym. As you can see, we've got a little bit more space, and what I'd like to do this afternoon is demonstrate the 5 most important stretches that I think triathletes should be doing on a regular basis. Now, you've probably seen in some of my videos and blog posts I've talked about yoga and Pilates. I think these are an excellent idea, and if you can find time in your busy schedules to attend a yoga class at least once a week, then I think you should try to do that. It may even be a good idea to reduce the training volume in some of your other swim, bike and run sessions in order to fit the yoga session in. If you can't do that, then I think that the very least you should be doing is spending maybe 10 or 15 minutes doing these 5 stretches. I'm going to go over here and demonstrate the first one, which is a chest stretch. So you need to find somewhere where you can put your arm or your hand against at a right angle, and then you turn into that so that you can feel the stretch here in the pectoral muscle. Okay? You can do this in the shower after you finish swimming. The reason why, and sorry, I'll go back, you need to make sure you do both sides, of course. So I will be going over to here and then turning the other way. Stretch the right hand pectoral. It's very important because swimming tightens up the pec muscles. Also, when you spend a lot of time either at your desk, on the computer like this, or when you're riding your bike, or even when you're running, you can get this hunched shoulder effect. And that's partly because of the tight pectorals. So you need to stretch, open up the lungs, give your shoulder blades a chance to be back together to give you an upright posture when you're running. The next stretch we should be doing, and of course they're not in any particular order of importance, they're all 5 are important. We're going to stretch the hamstrings. There are several ways you can do this. The first is just a standing stretch. Keep the legs straight, push the hips back, fold the arms, and allow the arms to hang down. Keep the legs straight here, squeeze the quads if necessary, and let the elbows hang down towards the floor, then take a deep breath. Breathe out and allow yourself to sink. Once you do that 5 or 6 times, holding the stretch for at least 30 to 60 seconds. Trying to get a bit further with each breath out. Before you come up, make sure you bend the knees. We can do this stretch another way. One foot slightly forwards. Push both knees back, push the hips back. This one emphasises one leg more than the other. Okay, so after doing that, then you would change sides. Alright. We can also do the hamstring stretch by lying on the floor. Take a cable or an old inner tube. Straighten one leg out. And then with the other leg, lift it up towards the ceiling, high. Try pulling the foot across, or letting it out to the side, rolling, turning the toes in or turning them out to give a different angle, but keep the leg straight. Keep the other leg on the floor. Next stretch, hip flexors. In a kneeling position. It's important here that you're going to roll the pelvis underneath, okay? Don't want to be too far forwards. 90-degree angles, and here on the back leg. And then roll the pelvis. Feel the stretch down the front of the thigh. From the other side it looks like this. So there we are, you should feel it coming all the way from down here now, right down to just above the knee, so you're getting some sort of quadricep stretch as well. So that's for hip flexor. Then we're going to stretch the glutes and the abductors. So, a number of ways to do this. Cross the legs over. Some call this the pretzel stretch. Okay, you're going to hook this knee to your chest with the right arm. Try to get your elbow over the top, put your hand behind your back and turn into the stretch so you feel that here. Do the same stretch on the other side. Alternatively, rest the back of that knee on this right thigh. Then pull the right thigh back. Reach between your legs. And as you pull in this leg back, you'll feel the stretch right in here. This is sort of partly gluteus medius, a little bit of piriformis. You can change the stretch a little bit by uncrossing those legs a bit, pushing the knee, and then pulling back here. That moves the emphasis slightly around, more into the buttock. Of course, you do that stretch on the other side. And then finally, adductors. So that's the inner thigh. So you could stretch like this to feel the stretch down here. Okay, keep nice and tall. I like to put the hands behind the back and push the chest forwards. Or you could do this stretch. Some people call it the butterfly stretch. And just lift the body weight up so that the knees drop down. If you want to do this stretch standing, then the traditional post-running stretch, this foot pointing forwards, this side going out at 90 degrees, and then just push the knee gently forwards, feel the stretch down the inside of the back leg. Okay, so those are my 5 favourite stretches. You should be doing these at least 3 to 4 times a week. You probably want to work on those stretches for at least 2 minutes. So you could do each stretch for 2 minutes and on each side as well, so that's a total of 4 minutes. You could keep moving backwards and forwards between them. I think the main thing is that you get the stretches done regularly. That in itself will make a big impact on your overall flexibility, and with flexibility will come improved range of motion around the joints and improved performance both on the bike, running and in the pool. So generally you'll become a better athlete. Hope that works for you. Please feel free to write to the blog and let me know how you get on, and if you've got any other stretches that you think are additional to these or better than these, then I'd love to hear from them as well. That's it for now. See you again next time. Bye bye.